everybody, this is Miss K and welcome to Miss K on Postal. So today I'm sitting outside on the balcony. It's raining, it's overcast. So I came outside to have a glass of little wine and some baby bell cheese and decided to, take a little read, see what's going on. So I was reading on one of the websites, a article came out the other day, literally 2 days ago, in regards to the post office informing the unions across the nation at certain plants that they are going to be removing certain machines. Now, we already knew this shit was coming, so we shouldn't be quite surprised. But what they're asking is for volunteer maintenance people to go to different facilities so they can assess the worthiness of the equipment, and then they will determine what needs to go and when it's going to go. And this is volunteer only. They're not paying people to do this. And you have to provide your own clothes and your own, I guess, equipment to take with you. And you go across the country to do this. And if you have to stay longer than a certain allotted time to get these equipment together and assessed and taken out, then they're going to rotate and locate new volunteers. Now, this is supposed to start, y'all, August of this year. And it's going to run all the way into the fiscal year 2024. So they're going to, you already got to be trained in maintenance in regards to remove these machines and see if they're still working. I guess they're going to determine if they're going to send them someplace else, wherever the hell the post office sends equipment that don't work, because it's a lot of that shit. But also, there's a list of equipment that is going to be on this list that is going to be removed from certain locations. Now, I have the article here, guys. So the list of equipment is automated delivery unit sorters. They call them ADUS. They have automated flat sorter machines, and I have those at my plants. We call them AFSMs. You have advanced spacer canceller systems. Those are called AFCS. You're going to have the automated flat sorting machines. I think I said that already. The automated parcel bundler sorters. We have those as well, APPS. They also are going to taking out the barcode sorters, the DBCS, the package sorters, the SIPs, and those do smaller packages that can't be processed in the bigger bundle sorters, and then the universal sorters. Now, at my location, we already know we're losing some DBs. We already know we're going to lose some AFSMs. We already know our bundle sorters are supposed to be replaced, and we're getting robots. So for all you motherfuckers, while I eat my cheese, for all you motherfuckers who keep saying this change ain't gonna happen, what the fuck they doing right now? What the fuck are they doing now? Now, this is the thing. They say the project's supposed to begin in August. They're going to give you the locations where they're going to be doing it. They're going to be doing it in Atlanta first, then they're going to go to Charlotte. So remember, these two locations are the new RPDCs. Remember I told you guys before, those are called Regional Processing Distribution Centers. So you have your NDCs, which are network, and then you have your PDCs, which are processing distribution, and then you have what they're going to do now, LDCs, which are locals. So those that were maybe network before, they're now RPDCs. Now, so the equipment from the regions PDCs will be relocated to the RPDCs in Palmetto, which is a metropolitan area of Atlanta and Gastonia, and then you have the Charlotte Metro. So they'll be multifunctional and able to handle every phase. Now, what some of you guys don't seem to know, is that in a couple of weeks, we're going to be, the post office is having a massive change in regards to how we're going to be sorting packages and the labeling of it. Now, you're used to seeing a priority label on a package. You're used to seeing a first class label on a package. Now, this is going to be gone soon because we're going to eliminate this first class label and we're going to have what's called ground advantage, GAs. So the GA ground advantage is how the first class mail spurs are going to, and packages are going to be transferred. How they're going to move about, they're going to go by ground. Now, for some of you guys, if you've already been told at your locations, they're going to actually have bundle sorters that are going to come in and they're going to sort all the mail. Meaning it will all get dumped. You don't sort it anymore. So one part of this is not going to go here, Priority's not going here, first class not going here, your local turnaround's not going there. Everything's going in the machine. Even hazmat bin. Hazmat's gonna go in the machine, and then the machine, which can pick up to 70 pounds, and some of you guys probably already got this machine, is going to sort the mail out in different and kick it out in different areas. What does that mean? Maybe that means you don't need no fucking clerks. Maybe that means you don't need that many mail handlers. All you need is one or two, load that motherfucker and keep it moving. That's what the fuck that means. But I still don't see that shit. Now, I got my hands holding some paperwork the other day in regards to when these changes are going to take place. So they have to create a sort plan for this new process of the ground advantage and how the packages are no longer going to be separated out. So that's already begun already. They're supposed to start in June, and then in July, August, they're supposed to be implementing the program that's supposed to run for the bundle sorters that are going to be able to accommodate how they're going to get rid of, how they're going to throw off all these packages. Now, did y'all hear the first part of what I shared when I read it? It said the post office has informed, this baby bear good fuck, has informed the unions of the removal of the machine. They informed them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got new eyeglasses. I broke the other one. Informed them. What the fuck y'all mean by they informed the unions? Nah, bitches. They sat at the table and got into bed with their ass and told them this is how it's gonna be. Because if our unions were informed, would they be fighting to make sure we don't get all this goddamn machinery and robotics running around the fucking plant to save our jobs? Nah, that ain't what they're doing. You inform them. Because y'all have to understand something. When there is any type of new machinery that's going to come into the building, or there's going to be a proposal for something that's going to happen as far as changes, the plant manager, the management, goes and speaks with the unions. The plant manager will thus sign off on whatever this change is going to be, and your union co-signs on this shit. So when stuff comes into the building or things start to change, and you turn in and giving your union side eye, and they ain't saying shit, it's because they already fucking knew because they signed off on the bullshit. So, once again, like I said before, the unions still ain't saying shit because the unions are in bed with the motherfuckers to keep their job alive, to keep their job. Not your fucking job, their job. Because if you're informing the union, say, hey, we're going to get these robots, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. Why aren't they not at the table, y'all, fighting, saying this is not what we want because we still have workers. We still trying to maintain their jobs. No, I hear that. See, God don't like bullshit. He let y'all know that's bullshit. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. Now, so in this removal of equipment that's supposed to start happening in August, they have over 200 processing centers that will eventually see equipment removed from their locations or relocated to where they need it to go to. The Postal Service, as of yet, has not released a list of these postal facilities that are going to be losing their equipment. Now, I know at mine, and I can't tell you guys where I work, I already know what's being taken out of there. I already know the plant manager signed off on robots. Yes, sis, I know all about it. Yeah, I know. Okay, so we know we're supposed to get robots rolling around, 4 of them to be precise, on our floors. I also know we're supposed to be getting a robot for the bundle sorter to pick up shit. And I also know that we're losing at least 2 pieces of equipment, one AFCS and one DBS. On our flat sorter, one of them supposed to be moving. This is a process that's going to occur because remember, if they're making some of these locations, some of these plants, they're going to make them spokes or hubs. And if they are a hub where they're going to bring in carriers from stations that close, they got to make space, y'all. They got to make space. So in order to make space, things got to go that aren't working or they don't need for whatever reason. could be mail volume, or they just don't need that anymore. Contrary to what's going on, baby, ain't no mail volume. It's slower than dirt. Like it's like snails. This bird aggravating me, y'all. Let me turn it down. So anyway, so the list hasn't been put out yet. So don't come at me, Miss K is that list. No. You know you've heard the talk in your building if you work at a plant. You know what they've been talking about, what may or may not stay. Talk to your maintenance people. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, real talk. Maintenance has the most service talks and just talks in general in their department about what's going on. They are abreast of everything that's happening to that building or in that building before anybody in management will know. So you want to know what's going on? Go talk to somebody in maintenance. They'll tell you. They'll tell you. They may or may not tell you. If they give you the look, that means they already know. So I will speak to them in regards to that. So the notification to the unions was simply allegedly to say that the additional sites that will be identified have not been determined. Because there is no list available, they stated to the unions that we don't have a list yet. You think that's true? Why the fuck do you need a fucking list? A fucking list if you've already notified your unions that you're moving equipment. That union in that particular location already knows what the fuck is going on. If your union is not notifying you guys and putting up a memorandum, a note, or anything at the time clock, on the mail handler wall, on the clerk wall, to let y'all know what the fuck going on, you need to question them bitches. Because real talk, they gonna sit here and wait till the last minute. Because what it is, guys, they don't want y'all to fucking panic. Bitches, you need to be panicking. This is Titanic, baby. And don't know it was cold, and I ain't gonna make it. Like seriously, we sinking. It's not a fast sink. It's a slow fucking sink. But whatever. So now, if you are in maintenance and if this is something that you want to do in order to go help them out in removing this equipment, I suggest you sign up and volunteer for it. You don't have to be at a facility where they're already going to be removing equipment. You may not know, but if you are a maintenance person and you watch my videos or you even hear about this, ask to sign up because it is volunteer and it's state to state. You're not going to just do it where you are. If they need you to go to Colorado, that's where you're going to go. But it's volunteer, so you know what that means. So, in regards to the LDCs, right, and the SDCs, which are sorting and distribution centers, the equipment removals, like I stated before, you guys, is for them to make space. So they can repurpose those machines. They can change out the type of equipment for that. Now, the RPDCs, which I told you are the regional ones, they're probably going to bring in more advanced equipment. So whatever old equipment they have, they're probably going to bring in the advanced stuff, probably a little bit more robots because they did sign. There's going to be, if you don't already have robots in your location, some people do already. They want more and they have been allocated a certain amount of robots that they want at certain facilities. So, baby, and what I'm telling y'all is in an article. I'm not making this shit up. This shit is in an article. It's on SaveThePostOffice.com, y'all. And it lays out everything that's going to happen. I'm not making this shit up. I'm not making none of this up. So, if I was you guys, I would speak to my unions. Press your unions more. Because I told you guys before, this summer, you're going to see a lot of changes happening. In my facility, I'm seeing it now. We're absorbing routes. So maybe one route didn't have as much mail, so they're absorbing it with two other routes for a MBS driver, TTO driver to take. We are not having a good lot of mail volumes. We're not even running some of our machines because they want us to get used to how it will be if we had 4 machines instead of 6 machines. I know you guys see this shit. Y'all think people playing with y'all? Ain't nobody fucking playing with y'all. Ain't nobody playing. Keep your eyes open. Press your unions more because every single day things are happening. And remember, the George went in front of Congress and had his 3-hour congressional hearing. Child, I can't even get through that shit. I was like, can somebody give me some goddamn clip notes on this shit? Because I don't even know what the hell he was talking about. But I did hear about not having funding for postal inspectors for our carriers and our regular employees' safety at plants. Hmm. Okay, whatever. Listen, I'm just chilling. I want to give y'all some news. It's a beautiful, rainy, overcast day. Gorgeous outside for some, maybe not for others, but for me, perfect. Sitting out here enjoying, listening to nature, drinking my wine. Baby, I don't fucked up this baby girl. It was so good. So, as always, Miss K is always here to come bringing you information that you can motherfucking use, baby. Because I want all my postal fleets to be informed. And, as always, love and light, peace.